All the way from the year 3000, I have another special guest here with me today, Vernon Wells. If you have watched Power Rangers as a child, you might know him as Rancic. How would you describe the experience of getting a role in a sequel like Road Warrior to something that was already fairly well known at the time, right?
Yeah, the original Mad Max was well known, but it wasn't like a huge hit. Even here in America, they redubbed it and did all kinds of things to it because they didn't think the American audience would go for a movie that had Australian voices because of the way we speak. And they found out, much to their chagrin, when they did the sequel, people go for the movie. They really don't go for the voice. I mean, the perfect example of that is Sean Connery playing the captain of a Russian submarine. And he was asked if he felt bad about playing the captain of a Russian submarine. And when he's Scottish, and he said, if they're listening to my accent, I'm a pretty bad actor. And that's the point. It's people go to see a movie. They don't go to listen to an accent. So they're quite happy as long as you're doing the role and everything's the way it should be. They enjoy it.
And if my research is correct, your role in Weird Science was meant to be sort of an homage to your role in Road Warrior. Is that right?
Yeah, they excuse me. They decided that they wanted to put the character in that. However, they got into a lot of problems with Warner Brothers, who said that they owned the rights to the character, which is really funny because it's the first time I've ever had somebody that say they own me. I checked it out. I have the rights to what I look like, who I am. They have the rights to the character I portray. So there's a little bit of a difference in there. And so what they did was they decided, okay, so what we'll do is we'll change the character. We'll still have the same character, but different, which is what they did. They put an eagle on the side of my head. They took away the shoulder pads and all the stuff I had around my neck. And they did a couple of other things with the character from Road Warrior, so that even though you knew instantly what it was, you couldn't actually go, well, you're using our character. Well, you know.
And was it the year 2000 that you started acting in Power Rangers as Rancic?
Yeah.
Were there any challenges transitioning from a adult-oriented franchise like Road Warrior into a more kid-oriented television series like Power Rangers, which is sort of notorious for being really goofy?
Yeah, but to me, it's all the same thing. It's all acting, whether it's kids or adults. You're still doing the same job and you should be doing it the same way. I enjoyed it because I got to learn, I got to know all the kids that were in the show, and we all got on really, really well. I mean, we all became really close, the whole lot of us, and we still are. I mean, we will turn up at a convention if it was like here, and this whole row would be all of us from that series because we all like each other. We all get on well together. We don't have a lot of the groups, unfortunately, when they finish, are like, I'm not going to go with you guys. I don't like any of you, sort of thing. We never had that. We were all very happy to be together. We had so much fun doing what we were doing. And I think most of us were just blown away that we could actually be acting with me and with the other very, very well-known actor that was in that series. So the kids were really blown away that they had people there that really knew what they were doing, that they could copy.
Yeah.
And so I think that was a big deal to them, and we just enjoyed it. I mean, it's, as I said, acting's acting. I don't look at it and go, oh, well, they're 5-year-olds, so I guess I'll have to dumb this down and be stupid. If you do that, people just walk away. They're not interested. They like you to make it work. And you build the character. If the character's dumb and goofy and fun, it works. If it's something you go, oh, I guess I got to be kind of stupid, people go, really? Oh, my God, do we have to watch this? So, I mean, even in that series for the kids, Rancic at times, he went from being a character that you felt really, really sorry for. You looked at him and you went, oh my God, that's what happened to him when I reveal my face. And I thought that they handled that extraordinarily well. It's one of my best parts of the show was just that walking in the rain with my face all destroyed and walking down and seeing that puddle of water and looking into it, and you see my reflection looking back at me and how I just fall apart and start, doing my thing. And I mean, that was very adult. That wasn't kid, but the way we handled it, the kids love it. They come up and talk to me about it. They go, that was such a cool thing that you did. And I think that's the thing we keep forgetting. We try to treat them like children. They like to be treated like adults. They like to be given that choice of whether they want to see it or they don't. And I think that's where Time Force, being what it was, even if it was a little kid show, was that it could get quite adult. And the kids still wanted to watch it.
So on the other side of that, Rancic, for being as emotional and, well, realistic as he was, still had his moments of being a little, well, goofy, entertaining. Have any specific moments you like to look back on, or just enjoyed acting when you were producing it or making it?
I just enjoyed acting while I was doing it. I don't know small cameo little parts of it where I thought was like fun. Right at the start when I was talking to Erin in the bus when I'm being taken, and she says, I wouldn't be smiling if I was you. And I'm just sitting there across from her, and I go, you never know. And it's just that wonderful moment. And she goes, you won't. And then it all happens, right there. And I think that was what the show was all about. Just that sudden change right there at that second.
Your daughter has fallen in love with the Blue Ranger. And when the monster attacks the Rangers, you grab the monster by the tongue and tell him, not the Blue Ranger.
Yes. It's the funny thing about that is that went into farce, like comedy, like we just enjoyed it and had fun with it. Was her being in love with a ranger, and I hate of all the people on this planet, I hate the Rangers, and so I had to keep trying to save his butt from what they were going to do to him. So I thought that was fun. It was a smart thing to do with the character. They took him away from being Rancic into being a father. And they did that a lot with my character. They once, I had a daughter, and how I became more fatherly at times, just being with her. So I think, you got one part of the scene where I'm about to strangle somebody, and in the other part of the scene I go, what's wrong, sweetheart? Do you need, oh, daddy will get that boy, that kind of thing. I thought that was really smart to make that delineation that the kids could even look at it and go, oh, yeah, he's so nice. I enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun doing it. It's one of my favorite things that I did, simply because I think there's more effort involved in doing something like that than doing something like this, Commander.
Yeah, makeup, when you reveal your face under the mask, how long did that process take, applying that?
Well, that prosthetic took probably 2 hours. But when I first started, like the first week or so, just putting the makeup on that was behind everything I had, that took forever. But slowly what they did was they figured out ways of doing it so I could walk in and get it done in like 10 minutes. And when we got to that part, I'd been doing it for so long with of the thing, so it was just obvious this is what's underneath the mask. And so they did it, and I'd say it probably took about an hour and a half to get the whole thing down and looking really good, and it took about 32 seconds for me to get it off. They used to hate me for doing that. I'd just sit there, put my fingers under it and go, this is annoying me, and just pull it off, because they always just say, you're going to destroy your skin. It's like, no, I think my skin's a little tougher than that. I'll be fine.
Character Rancic comes back in the following season.
Well, of course, yep.
Becomes cured of his disfigurement.
Yeah.
Some fans have said that that's a bit of a betrayal to his character, because he should still be accepted despite his appearance. What's your personal take on that?
I did not like it. Okay, I accepted it when I suddenly realized in the episode before that I could have killed my daughter in what I was doing. And so I was like, oh my God, I've got to stop this. I agreed with that, because that would be what a father would do. So no matter who he is, suddenly you were like, oh crap, I could have killed my own daughter doing this. So I've got to back off. That I agreed with. But to make him so nice, it was like, you've just taken it wasn't Rancic anymore. It could have been Johnny Smith from down the corner. I know I did not agree with it, but it wasn't my series, so I had no choices. But I just don't think it fitted the character. Didn't agree with their theology of why.
Thank you for your time, and I hope to see you in the future, in the year 3000.
Oh, you're going to come dig me up, eh?